Thou holdest mine eyes waking. I am so troubled that I cannot speak. Psalm 77, verse 4. God himself holds Asaph's eyes open. Sleep does not come because God prevents it. This is not insomnia caused by anxiety alone. Asaph identifies the direct agent. God holds his eyes waking. The one he cried out to in verse 1, the one who gave ear to his voice, is the same one who now keeps him awake through the night. The trouble runs so deep that speech fails. He cannot speak. The man who led Israel's worship, who filled the sanctuary with song and declaration, sits in silence, not the silence of peace, the silence of a man whose troubles have exceeded the reach of words. I have considered the days of old, the years of ancient times. Psalm 77, verse 5. Unable to sleep and unable to speak, Asaph turns his mind backward. He considers the days of old. He rehearses Israel's history, the Exodus, the wilderness, the conquest, the covenant. These are not vague memories. They are the specific acts of God that defined Israel's identity and gave the sanctuary its entire reason for existing. The years of ancient times carry the weight of God's proven faithfulness across generations. Asaph does not turn to these memories as a solution. He turns to them because they are all he has left. He cannot sleep. Asaph cannot speak. He can only remember. I call to remembrance my song in the night. I commune with mine own heart, and my spirit made diligent search. Psalm 77, verse 6. Asaph recalls the songs he sang in the night, songs of praise and trust offered in previous darkness. He communes with his own heart, turning inward to examine what he believes against what he experiences. His spirit makes a diligent search, pressing hard through the evidence, looking for solid ground. This is not passive despair. The search is active and deliberate. He pushes through his soul, looking for the God he once knew in the songs, looking for the faith that produced those songs, pressing to find what remains when everything else has gone quiet. Will the Lord cast off forever, and will he be favorable no more? Psalm 77, verse 7. The questions begin, and they are not rhetorical exercises. They are the raw conclusions his diligent searching has produced. Will God cast off forever? Has the rejection become permanent? Asaph knows Israel's covenant history well enough to know that God disciplines his people, but discipline with an end differs from abandonment without one. The word forever is the weight of the question. He can endure a season of God's displeasure. He cannot endure the possibility that it never ends. Is his mercy clean gone forever? Doth his promise fail forevermore? Psalm 77, verse 8. These questions press deeper. God's mercy and God's promise are the two pillars holding the covenant together. If mercy is clean gone, wiped away, nothing remains to appeal to. If the promise fails forevermore, then every word God spoke to Abraham, to Moses, and to David dissolves into silence. Asaph asked these questions because his circumstances have produced no visible evidence that mercy or promise remain active. The sanctuary lies in ruins. Enemies have prevailed. The night runs on without comfort. Hath God forgotten to be gracious? Hath he in anger shut up his tender mercies? Selah. Psalm 77, verse 9. The final two questions arrive together and carry the full force of everything that preceded them. Has God forgotten to be gracious? Forgetting implies a permanent lapse, not a temporary pause. Has his anger shut up? His tender mercies locked them away behind wrath with no key available. The word tender makes the question more painful. Asaph knows what God's mercies feel like when they flow. He has experienced them. He has sung about them. Their absence now is not abstract. Selah follows, pressing the congregation to stop and sit with the questions unanswered.